Scene script. Have you ever wondered how long someone could wait for their love? Love, a potent force that binds us, propels us, and sometimes traps us in its relentless grip. Today, we dive into the chilling tale of a bride who has been waiting for her groom for over 50 years at the very same bridge where their love story began. Picture this: a young woman in her bridal white, her eyes reflecting the shimmering waters beneath the bridge. She's waiting, always waiting. Her groom, a handsome young man, had dived into the river as part of a jovial pre-wedding tradition. He was to emerge victorious, a symbol of his commitment to surmount any obstacle for his bride. But he never resurfaced. The laughter of the celebration turned into gasps of horror, the joyous atmosphere collapsing into a dreadful silence. The bride, her heart pounding in her chest, refused to leave the bridge, convinced that her beloved would emerge from the depths, his grin wide and triumphant. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Yet the bride, now an old woman, her once vibrant eyes now clouded with age, but still filled with unwavering hope, continues to wait at the bridge. Her wedding dress, once the symbol of a joyous future, is now a haunting reminder of a past forever frozen in time. The townsfolk whisper about her, their voices hushed and filled with pity. They speak of the bride's undying love, of her unyielding faith. Some say she's a symbol of eternal love, others a tragic figure ensnared in her own delusions. Over the decades, the bridge has borne silent witness to her vigil. Once a place of joyous laughter and love, it now echoes with the melancholy of a love story left incomplete. This bridge, a symbol of their love, has turned into an eerie reminder of a love that was lost. Or was it? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this haunting tale of love, loss, and a weight that transcends time. Rewind to the year 1973, the year when love was in the air. In the heart of the Deep South, among magnolias and Spanish moss, a love story was unfolding. It was a love so intoxicating, it could make the moon swoon. Our bride, a belle by the name of Lily May, was a picture of southern charm and grace. Her eyes sparkled like the Mississippi under the midday sun, and her laughter, oh, it was as sweet as peach cobbler on a hot summer day. Then there was her beau, a gallant young man named Beau, ironically enough. Beau was as rugged as they come, with a heart of gold and a spirit as wild as the winds that swept through the cotton fields. Their love story was the stuff of legends. It was as if the stars had aligned to bring together two souls destined for each other. Their courtship was as traditional as it could get. Beau would court Lily May under the watchful eyes of her father, always a respectful distance away. Their love blossomed amidst picnics by the creek, dances under the starlit sky, and stolen kisses under the old willow tree. As their love grew stronger, the day came when Beau, with a twinkle in his eye and a nervous tremor in his voice, asked Lily May to be his bride. Under the golden glow of the setting sun, with tears of joy welling in her eyes, Lily May said yes. The small town buzzed with excitement as the news of their engagement spread like wildfire. The entire community came together, looking forward to the grandest wedding the town had ever seen. The days leading up to the wedding were filled with anticipation and joy. Lily May, radiant in her excitement, would often be seen on the bridge, dreaming of the day when she would become Mrs. Beau. Little did she know that this very bridge would become a symbol of her endless wait. But their joy was short-lived, as a fateful twist awaited them on their wedding day. Weddings are supposed to be joyful, but not this one. The day had been marked by a cloudless sky, a gentle breeze, and a bright sun that promised nothing but good things. The bride, in her white lace dress, and the groom, in his best suit, stood on the bridge, their hearts fluttering with anticipation. The guests, in their Sunday best, were a blur of color and laughter, their joy infectious. The vows were said, the rings exchanged, and the couple sealed their love with a kiss. The applause that erupted was filled with warmth and genuine happiness. But as the applause faded, the groom offered a playful challenge: a swim in the river beneath the bridge to celebrate their union. He was known for his love of the water, a skilled swimmer, a man who seemed more at home in the water than on land. With a wink at his bride and a cheer from the crowd, the groom dove into the river. The water swallowed him whole, leaving only ripples in his wake. The crowd waited for his triumphant return to the surface, but the seconds turned into minutes, and the minutes turned into hours. The cheers turned into whispers, the whispers turned into gasps, and the gasps turned into silence. The groom had gone for a swim but never returned. The bride stood there on the bridge, her white dress now a stark contrast to the darkening sky. Her eyes, once filled with the light of love, were now dark with worry. The search for her husband-to-be turned into a desperate rescue, but as the sun set, all hope faded. The river, once a symbol of their love, had turned into a cruel reminder of their short-lived happiness. And so the bride was left waiting at the bridge. Her heart filled with hope, her eyes forever searching the water for her lost love. A promise made, a promise broken, and a love story that turned into a tale of unending wait. What would you do if the love of your life disappeared without a trace? Imagine the heart-wrenching despair of a bride left waiting at the altar, or rather, on a solitary bridge. Her heart pounded as the sun set, yet her betrothed never surfaced from the murky depths. As the moon rose, reality began to sink in. He was gone. The bride's world crumbled in an instant. She was left grappling with a void that her beloved once filled. The man she was ready to spend the rest of her life with had vanished, swallowed by the cold, unforgiving river. But she made a choice to wait for her love to return from the water's abyss. In the initial years, her resolve was like a beacon, unwavering and bright. Every sunrise, she would return to the bridge, hoping that her patience would be rewarded. She'd stand there, her eyes scanning the horizon, her heart yearning for a familiar silhouette to emerge from the water. But all she got was the empty echo of her own longing. People around her watched the spectacle unfold day after day. Some admired her devotion, others whispered of madness. Yet no one could deny the palpable sorrow that hung in the air around the bride. Her once vibrant eyes now held a haunting melancholy, a testament to her unending wait. But as the days turned into months, and the months into years, the world moved on. The whispers grew faint, replaced by a heavy silence. Her story became a forgotten tale, buried under the sands of time, yet she remained. Clad in her now faded wedding dress, she was a ghostly figure, etched against the backdrop of the bridge. Her wait was not just a testament of love, but also a haunting reminder of loss. A love story that turned into a chilling tale of undying hope and unending grief. As years turned into decades, the bride remained, waiting. 50 years is a long time to wait, isn't it? In the blink of an eye, 5 decades have passed. The world has spun on its axis over 18,000 times since the bride first began her vigil. The leaves on the trees have changed colors, fallen, and been reborn more times than one can count. The bridge, once new and sturdy, now shows the wear of time, the wood weathered and worn from countless seasons. The river below, a constant companion, has seen its waters rise and fall, ebb and flow, reflecting the relentless march of time. While the world around her ebbed and flowed, the bride stayed rooted in her past. Her heart, forever stuck on that fateful day, yearned for a love lost beneath the water's surface. Her life became a cycle of endless sunrises and sunsets, each day a mirror image of the last. A ghost of a woman she wandered through the years, her eyes forever searching the depths of the river, hoping against hope to see her beloved emerge from the water. The world moved on without her. Technological marvels unimaginable in her youth became commonplace. The landscape around her changed, buildings rose and fell, but the bridge remained, a constant reminder of her endless wait. The people who once knew her story grew old and passed on, their tales becoming whispers on the wind. Her once vibrant beauty faded, replaced by the lines and wrinkles that come with age. Her hair, once a fiery red, turned silver, mimicking the moonlight that often kept her company during her long nights on the bridge. Her eyes, though, remained the same, a piercing blue, filled with a sadness that echoed through the years. But after 50 years, something changed. Or did it? The world may never know. The river keeps its secrets, and the bride, her heart forever tethered to the bridge, continues her endless wait. A love story turned ghost tale, a testament to the power of love and a chilling reminder of its price. Every story has an end, or does it? Our bride, a fixture on this bridge for half a century, has been a study in patience and longing. An apparition in white, her presence is as constant as the river's flow. Yet the river is a keeper of secrets, and it seems it may finally be ready to reveal one. A glimmer, a whisper, a ripple in the water that wasn't there before. Could it be a sign, a message from the depths, or the return of the long-awaited groom? Our bride's heart flutters, hope rekindled after years of despair. The winds change, carrying an air of anticipation, of a tale on the brink of an unforeseen twist. But the river remains silent, its secrets still secure, its story yet to unfold. What happens next? Well, that's a story for another day. Y'all, we're wrapping up here, but don't you go anywhere just yet. Show some love, hit that like button. Fancy more content like this? Go on, subscribe and let that bell icon ring so you won't miss a beat. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, sharing is caring. Until next time, stay tuned.